All right, so online retainers. Seems like everyone's asking about them these days.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff.
It is. And luckily, we've got this article, pasted text. Seems like a pretty solid overview of this whole new at-home dental care thing. So what do you say we dive in?
Let's do it.
All right. So first things first, online retainers. Who knew this was even a thing, right? Like
Sure.
everything's going digital these days, but retainers, that's wild.
I know, right? I mean, it makes you think, what's next?
Seriously. Okay, but before we get ahead of ourselves, let's back up a bit. For anyone who's been living under a rock and hasn't heard about this, what are online retainers all about?
Well, traditionally, if you needed a retainer, you'd be making several trips to the orthodontist, right?
Right.
But now, with online companies, you're basically streamlining the entire process. You can do it all from home.
Which is amazing. In this article, it really breaks it down step by step. You order what they call an impression kit.
Yeah, so basically like a DIY mold you make of your teeth.
Exactly. You send it back, and boom, they make custom retainers and send them straight to your door. Super convenient.
It is. But, and this is a big but, the article makes a really good point about those impressions. Getting them right is critical.
Right. Because if that mold isn't accurate,
Exactly. Your retainer won't fit right. And if it doesn't fit right, it's not going to do its job.
totally, it's like the foundation of a house. You mess that up, and the whole thing's compromised.
100%.
And the article really stresses that, you know? Like, follow the instructions carefully, watch their videos, really take your time with that impression kit.
Yeah, which I think highlights a key difference between this and, traditional orthodontics. There's a lot more responsibility on the user to get it right.
That's such a good point. It makes you wonder, how comfortable are people really with this DIY approach to healthcare? I mean, some people might love it, but others,
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider.
it is. Now, speaking of things to consider, the article mentioned a few companies that are like leading the pack in this whole online retainer game. Retainers Direct, Sporting Smiles, Clear Retain. It even breaks down the costs for each one. And, let's be real, cost is a big factor for a lot of people.
It absolutely is. But, and I can't stress this enough, don't let price be the only deciding factor.
Right. Don't just go with the cheapest option.
Exactly. Because like the article says, you often get what you pay for. It's important to consider the materials they use, how long they've been around.
Like Sporting Smiles, they've been around since 2009.
Right. And they offer that more durable Essex Plus option. So, yeah, definitely things to keep in mind.
It's about finding that balance between cost and quality. But, even beyond the specifics of these companies, what I find so fascinating is what this whole shift means for the future of dentistry. Like, is this just the beginning?
It's like looking into a crystal ball, isn't it?
Totally.
I mean, will we see more complex dental treatments going this route? What happens to traditional orthodontist practices?
So many questions.
I know. It's a really exciting but potentially disruptive time in dentistry.
Totally agree. So much to think about. But sadly, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. But hopefully it's given you some things to ponder as you continue exploring the world of online retainers. It's certainly convenient, could be easier on the wallet, but like we discussed, it comes with its own set of considerations.
Absolutely. Do your research.
Exactly. Make sure it's the right choice for you.
And for your teeth.
Exactly. All right, until next time.